And it's good to see you and to hear you. If we can't, if you can see and hear us, God bless you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if you're not, you could still try. And we're going to try to do a little bit to help your day move along. This is Syncretize, a conversation about mission and meaning as it relates to anime, sci-fi, and comic books. And because my local comic book store is closed, I can't get my latest issues of anything that I would normally be buying right now. We're doing a whole lot of just talking about those things that we like.
Yeah, that's good.
If we can't grab some ideas and what it means for us in the world in which we live today. Today, I have my co-host, my partners in crime as it relates to this. First, the junior of the crew, that is Micah Brooks. Playing around with his camera. Micah, you got laundry behind you. That's not the camera angle, bro. And we got brother Kenny, youth pastor of the Hacienda Heights SDA Church.
What it
And
do?
my brother Eric Pennick, the pastor of the Valley SDA Church, someplace in the behind God's back. Oh, by the beach, apparently, is where that where the church is now. That's how we do it. Well, anyway, today we wanted to talk about some stuff that which can be fun. We don't take ourselves way too seriously on this, but we enjoy you all being a part of the conversation. Brother Kenny, if you can, I'm gonna ask you to check our chat on the YouTube because it is now live, as it just reminded me.
No problem.
Okay, I appreciate that. And today I decided, I had watched some videos as it related to African American characters in the Marvel and DC universes. And it got me to thinking, is like, you know what? If when I get on the line with you guys today, I want to ask you why, if we were to create a Avengers team, all black characters, with what you know about the Avengers and what you know about black characters. And now the black characters have to actually be African American, not have black in their name. Okay, because there are a bunch of characters that got black in their name.
I learned
but
that.
No Black Widow.
No Black Widow.
Oh, man.
So this would be the all black team Avengers. A little while ago, there was a Mighty Avengers that had a number of black characters in there, but they weren't all black. So but I'm giving you some parameters.
Black.
Yeah. So here are your parameters. Your Avengers team is going to be 5 people. All right? 5 people. One has to be a powerhouse. One has to be a techie. One will be the leader. Now, the leader can be tech or powerhouse. There has to be a person who's skilled. And there has to be, this next one, I'm going to ask you guys, should it be a magic user or should it be an energy manipulator?
I think it could be either.
I'll go energy manipulator.
One of them. Can only be one. Which one do you choose?
I'd go magic.
You go magic. Eric, you said energy?
Energy manipulator, yeah, that's more.
Kenny, what are you?
I'm gonna go energy.
Energy, okay. Then you just help me with, I know who I want as my in this team then.
This is wrong.
I think I got my team.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So if I give you those parameters, one powerhouse, one techie, the leader, one skilled person, and one energy manipulator. Now here it is. The leader can go either way. So you might end up having 2 people with the same power set, but one of them will be the leader and the other one won't. You understand?
Okay.
Because you still have 5 people.
Okay.
All right. So because I didn't send this out, we're doing this live with people watching. If anybody is watching or whenever they do watch, you'll see us actually trying to figure this stuff out. Because
got one person watching.
Huh?
I need to get a pen and pencil. I wasn't prepared for this one. I need a pen and pencil. I gotta figure. I can't, off the top of my head. I like to write things down, man.
That's fine. That's fine. But this is why I wanted us to talk about it, because if I say start off,
I see you.
Yeah. If we start off with the powerhouse, who would be the person you would put in as your powerhouse?
Can I go?
Yes,
I think I
Micah.
got my whole team.
You got the whole team already?
Yeah, or most of the team.
Okay. Who's your powerhouse, Micah?
Powerhouse, gonna go with Luke Cage.
Okay.
Luke Cage would be powerhouse.
Okay. Who's your powerhouse, Kenny?
See, that's whew.
If you want to go Luke Cage too, you can.
No, actually, well, okay. It's a deep pick, but
Okay.
I'm not even sure if he would count. But
He's in the Marvel Universe, he counts.
Black Goliath.
Black Goliath.
Oh,
or just
wait,
Goliath.
wait.
He wasn't Black
Only in the
Goliath. He was
Marvel
just
Universe?
Goliath.
Hey, when I researched it after I got the thing, they said his name was Black Goliath.
No, it's just Goliath.
Okay, we're going with Goliath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As this
All right. All right. Eric, you got anybody yet for your powerhouse?
Well, does it have to be Marvel?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Avengers.
We're making Marvel teams.
Since we're doing a fantasy thing, you know what? I'm gonna have to go with Luke. Then, if we're just doing, I have to go with Luke.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, if you just look at his strength points, I mean, as a powerhouse.
Yeah, if we call him the powerhouse.
Can we get someone swift on our team?
No.
Ah,
I already told you what the parameters are. We're not adding.
dang it.
There's only one
powerhouse, techie.
All right. Okay, we've done that. You don't have to rehearse it. Powerhouse, tech person, your leader, skilled, energy manipulator. The only place where if you're gonna put someone, Micah, as a speedster, they have to be your leader. Are you confident with their leadership skills to be the leader of the team?
Nah.
And if they're not, then forget that. They're not in there. All right. So I was gonna put in Luke Cage as my powerhouse as well. So.
Ooh.
Okay, next.
Because they've been changing his power levels over the years.
But you got to admit, Goliath was a deep pick.
Hey,
so I did some work though.
Goliath was a deep pick. That was a deep cut. Deep cut. All right, here you go. Here you go.
It don't look like that.
Next person.
Leader is next.
No, we're not going to leader yet. Leader is going to be the last person that we choose. Okay. The next person, however, that we would choose would have to be the techie. Now, this techie could be genius level intellect, or they're always usually genius level intellect, or they could be people who created or manipulate their own suit. They might have armor of some sort, but either way, they're a techie. Go.
Okay.
My techie is probably going to be Shuri.
Shuri. Okay. The Black Panther. The female Black Panther. Okay.
It will make more sense later in this.
Okay. You guys got who you got as your techie? Anybody got a techie for me?
I don't have a techie.
You don't have a techie?
I
had one. I just misplaced who my techie was.
Oh man. Oh man.
Is Blade any?
I'm not sure if mine would even count as a techie.
Who is yours?
It was gonna be Bishop. But I'm not sure but
he's
didn't
not
he
a techie. He's not a techie. He's more cop.
Okay,
then he's pretty much. They'll probably grant him above level intellect, but that's not his thing.
No.
Nah.
Okay. Then
he could have been your powerhouse.
He could have been.
You know
he could have been your powerhouse.
That would have been a better powerhouse Bishop.
He could have been your powerhouse.
I'm gonna go with T'Challa.
T'Challa. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. T'Challa.
Thought he would be the leader.
Man is smart. Get out of here. Watch out.
No, but think about it. If you have
T'Challa, Micah, he can be both. Okay. We haven't gotten there yet.
But I thought it was supposed to be 5 people.
Exactly.
How can he be both?
Is that all right?
It said 5 people, so it's one or the other.
Yeah,
But if he puts him as tech, then he has someone else as the leader. That's my point.
that's
Yeah,
what I
don't
was
worry
saying.
about it, because my man is connected to, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Let's
All
get
right,
it.
so far for the techie, we got Shuri, we got T'Challa. Who else? Who
Are there
else?
any other black techies?
There are a few. I'm gonna jump right in here. I had a couple to choose from earlier, and I took the link down. So now I gotta take a quick look again. Oh, there's a come on, y'all. There's one that's very recent that I thought y'all would have known. It's a she.
I was gonna go Ironheart, but
Yeah.
I was like, I prefer Shuri.
Why?
You know,
I
I'm
think,
gonna go War
she's
Machine.
smarter.
You'd go War Machine.
War Machine?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see the thing, but okay,
right?
Yeah, as we go on, because
Yeah.
I see the merit in that.
Mm-hmm.
I see the merit in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going War Machine.
Okay. War Machine. Well, my choice would have been Ironheart.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we got 4 choices there. Your skilled person. Now, the skilled person does not necessarily have superpowers, but they real good at something.
My
And
skilled
get 'em in.
person.
So, who could be your skilled person?
That's kind of man, that's kind of hard.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is super powered.
Oh. So we can't have superpowers?
They wouldn't necessarily.
You know what? I'm going with But do they have? So in other words, you need just like a regular person. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but
somebody who like.
There are 2 names that come to mind quickly when I think of the skilled person. One of them actually has a metal arm,
that's the one I'm going with.
Okay.
So they need a suit?
Mine is definitely Misty Knight.
There you go. Okay.
I'd go Falcon if they need the suit, because Falcon doesn't have any superpowers. He needs the suit. So yeah, I'd go Falcon.
Okay.
But they can't have superpowers.
Yeah, Falcon doesn't have superpowers.
He doesn't have superpowers.
He needs a suit. Although, then technically, you could have gone Captain America for a leader.
Or I could just go Nick Fury then.
Okay, Nick Fury.
You know, the Marvel Universe version.
So you didn't feel the need to. Okay.
You would put Nick Fury in the Avengers?
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna work.
He's like the old guy. Everyone's running ahead. He's like, "Yo, hold on, let me."
I'm not versed
catch my breath.
in here. It's fine. It's good.
I'm not versed on people without powers. I'm not versed on that.
He'd be the Hawkeye of the Black Avengers.
Exactly, he would be. He'd be the one talking about do this, do that.
He'd be the one who gets left out in a movie.
There you go.
He'd be the one to leave it at headquarters.
All right.
Okay. He'd be the one that say, "Stay in the car."
Exactly.
You are definitely your father's son.
So far, we got a powerhouse. We got our. Now we're gonna come back and whittle these down. So far under skilled, we got Misty Knight, Falcon, Nick Fury, and
he has a gun.
Yeah, he's got a gun.
What else can he do? Access all of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s database?
It's gonna get. The thing is, this is tough when you're looking at Marvel. It gets tougher when you get to
DC's gonna be near impossible.
DC.
Not really. I'm ready for that.
You ready for DC?
Yeah. If no. I mean, but don't we have our leader? Don't we still got to do our leader?
Yeah, we still have to do the leader.
Yeah.
Oh, if I just may say, as we're getting ready to go to the next pick, that assignment you helped me do Pastor Brooks.
Yeah.
I didn't caption that photo right.
Okay. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Isaiah Bradley.
Okay.
That was the first.
Yeah, the first Captain America. That's who you wanted. So which one did you want him for?
That's the picture I took of you in the Captain America shirt for my class.
Oh.
Yeah. I should have captioned that Isaiah Bradley right there.
Right. Yeah, I get you. Okay, so we have under skilled, we have Misty Knight, Falcon, Nick Fury. Actually, I was gonna go Misty Knight, so I'll put one more over her. All right, our energy manipulator.
I got mine.
Who's yours, Micah?
Storm.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
Good.
Who you got?
I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to go. It's kind of hard to beat Storm, honestly.
Okay.
Must be crazy.
The only person I would think of just to do some old school throwback would be Monica.
That's Monica Rambeau.
That's
She's
DC.
Spectrum. No, she's that's Spectrum.
Oh, okay, never mind.
She's gone through a number of different names.
That's Marvel Universe. No, Monica Rambeau. That's Monica.
That's Marvel. You're right. Monica Rambeau. So we got Storm.
I'm going with Storm. I'm going to go with Storm because that's a better pick.
For energy manipulator, you could go Bumblebee.
In Marvel?
Bumblebee's Marvel.
I don't know of a Bumblebee in Marvel.
Wait a minute, hold on.
There's a Bumblebee that's black, but that's a girl and she's in DC. She was a Teen Titan.
I got her mixed up with the other one.
Okay. Sorry. All right. So look, we got so far for our energy manipulator. I'm gonna drop mine in because my energy manipulator I would love because I love this dude. He's brand new, but he's really old. Blue Marvel.
Oh, all day, every day. All day, every day.
Blue Marvel kills it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm with Blue Marvel. I switch.
Yes.
Yeah, I no, yeah.
Well,
that's brother right there.
I'm going Spectrum.
All right,
I'm gonna stay with Spectrum. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who's our leader now? Who are our leader choices?
My leader is Black Panther. That's why I didn't put him as techie, because if Shuri's techie, set up base in Wakanda, where they have the most advanced stuff, that makes it that much easier. Like better trading simulations, possibly better food, better.
We don't need all the explanations, dude. Just
and better protected.
We don't need.
You got me with food. You got me with
Go
food.
through all that. We don't care. We just need the name.
So, yeah, Black Panther is leader of my team.
Who else do you want to be the leader?
That's a great choice.
Who else as a leader?
Okay. I'm going to go, and I'm pretty sure Brooks, you should be able to agree with this one. I'm going with Night Thrasher.
Night Thrasher as the leader?
Yep.
Wasn't that guy he was supposed to be like over the New Warriors or something?
I think so, but I was more drawn to the fact that
is he genetically engineered or something?
He mimics somebody else as a leader.
I'm not really familiar with Night Thrasher, so you have to tell me why would he be a good leader?
Well, now you need some explanations.
No. Very short and sweet. Based off of what I've seen, and getting ready for this, there you go.
That's what I thought. He looks like Batman. That's the only reason you picked him.
No, not because he looks like Batman, but because as a character, he shows good leadership and resolve in battle, just like Batman. So, I mean, you want somebody who has resolve in a situation to be a leader, somebody who's committed to the task. You don't want somebody who's going, keep changing up. And Black Panther was too easy of a pick for me. I would much rather have him as the techie than as the leader.
Okay. So
isn't Shuri smarter than him though?
It doesn't matter. As long as I got one of them, I got the other one.
All right. Anybody else want to throw in someone else for the leader? Because that's where I was going to put Isaiah Bradley.
Oh, okay.
I would go Black Panther. He has a home base. He has an entire nation at his disposal.
The Avengers have the government's money, man. They'd be fine.
Yeah, you already got Nick Fury. What you want?
Well, yeah, but what happens?
All right, so here it is. We got.
What happens
whittle.
when the Avengers are no longer able to, be supported by the government? Some rogue activity happens.
So then, if they're on their own, then that's why you need Black Panther or Shuri in the team because they need that money.
I did that.
You always want the king or involved.
You see, my challenge to anyway, let's break this down. We had a bunch of people. So on our powerhouse, we got between Luke Cage and Goliath. Who do we want to pick out of those two?
I'd say Luke because he has the connections. Also,
Luke
I don't know a whole lot about Goliath.
So what do you guys say, Luke Cage or Goliath?
I would say Goliath because Luke, even if we're going to go off of the Netflix series, Luke is not a self-starter. It's hard to get him to do something.
That's only if you're going off the Netflix shows. If you go through the comics, Luke was never a problem for him to get involved in anything. He just didn't want to do stuff that he didn't want to do.
Exactly. And he wanted to check. So
that's an entrepreneur. He knows he's going to do what's best. He's looking out for what's best for him and nothing.
Hey, not everybody's got a slush fund, okay?
That's why he's not the leader.
Well, they've since changed his character a few times. So he has been the leader of an Avengers team. So he does have that.
He ain't the leader of my team.
Well, you're the one who selected him as the powerhouse. So, all right.
Yeah.
So Luke Cage is our powerhouse.
And if anything, Black Panther can keep Luke happy because they're in Wakanda and he can give him the money.
Well, it's not, Micah, off of that. We don't have to keep trying to find reasons. All right, our techie, y'all got to choose between Shuri, T'Challa, War Machine, and Ironheart. We got two people who get their stuff from or was inspired by Tony Stark, and two people who come from Wakanda. So where you gonna go with that?
I'm throwing out my War Machine.
Here's my thing. It's not etched in stone. It's not written anywhere that your techie may or may not have to fight. If my techie is gonna have to fight, I gotta stay down with T'Challa.
You gotta stay with T'Challa for that one.
If my techie doesn't have,
I'm sorry, I'm kind of confused. How is Black Panther techie? How did we get to that?
He uses the tech. That's like I was also confused with why is War Machine there? He just uses the suit. That's it.
I threw him in because y'all were throwing in Black Panther. I figured, hey, you got two people who use technology. They don't necessarily create
using the technology doesn't make you a techie. That just means you use the technology.
That's
there it is.
If you can build and use the technology, Shuri, that's the techie.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm saying if the stuff hits the fan and you have to fight, you're not gonna pull your man out the lab and send him out there. Just like the other two picks.
Or actually, no, Ironheart can fight.
Yes, but I'm simply saying.
Ironheart can fight.
All I'm simply saying is having a person who is attached to a techie means that we have tech for the entire squad. And if it comes to the point where in that position has to go into battle, I don't want to pull the actual scientist. We cutting off the pipeline of the tech.
But Ironheart can fight.
Who's attached?
Here's the thing. Because regardless, everyone on that was named Shuri, T'Challa, War Machine, and Ironheart can go into battle.
Yeah, Shuri fought at the end of her movie.
But the challenge for when we're saying techie, we're trying to think of people that have the brains, as it were. Ironheart was able to create her own armor at 15? She's a college graduate, according to the comic lore. War Machine is not that. War Machine is not one who is lauded. He's a soldier.
I mean,
so that's where I think we'd have to take War Machine out of the running. T'Challa is published to have, I think he has 4 doctorate degrees.
Hello.
According to the Marvel encyclopedia. And Shuri, I believe she also has a number of degrees as well, and she is more tech based than T'Challa would be.
Yes, I agree
But
100%.
So we're now
And
then we're
also-
looking at either Shuri or Ironheart as our techie.
I'd go Shuri because she has the Wakanda stuff. Although, I'd go Shuri.
Only because she got the Wakanda stuff.
Only because she got. Oh, you're going with Shuri now?
Only because she got the Wakanda stuff.
Only because she got the Wakanda.
Yeah, she got Wakanda.
All right, Kenny, where are you with that?
Well, to be honest, she can't do nothing the king ain't gonna let her do. But whatever, let's go with her.
You're gonna go with Shuri. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Shuri gets into the Avengers. You can send her letter in the mail. Nick Fury get ready to fly. All right, our skilled person. We got Misty Knight, Falcon, Nick Fury.
Nick Fury is not. No.
Nick Fury's not a team player. I'm sorry.
He is the Hawk. He would be the Hawkeye of the team.
So then we're down to Falcon and
I'm gonna stay down with Misty Knight.
I'm with you.
I'd go Misty Knight because he sounds cooler. Cybernetic arm. Falcon seems to just complain.
I'm mad she didn't get her spinoff though. I'm gonna be honest. I'm mad she didn't get her spinoff. That would have been amazing. I would watch.
Yeah, she had her own book for a little while. Daughters of the Dragon. They had some time in the comics, not a long time, but they had their little thing. Eric, you rocking with Misty or Falcon?
You're outnumbered 3-1 if you go Falcon.
It doesn't matter. I still wanted to hear it.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Falcon.
You going still rocking with Falcon? Unfortunately, the numbers go the other way. But thank you for holding up Falcon, man.
I will.
So we got Misty, we got Luke Cage, we got Shuri, we got Misty. Now we go to our energy manipulator.
Who were they?
I'm gonna go with energy manipulator. I'm gonna go with Spectrum.
Absolutely.
I'd go Storm because she has connections in one, she has connections in the X-Men, and two, in one of the universes, she does end up marrying Black Panther.
Who cares?
That can be a liability. But
yeah. You just got an attachment to Wakanda. I'm gonna need you to get off of that. Everything you've said brings us back to Wakanda.
They have the vibranium.
So I need you to be muted.
They have the vibranium.
Have to mute you.
They have the vibranium.
And not only that, if they ever need to go someplace with clues, they got a planet. I mean, come on.
Mike is getting muted. I feel like it's around the horn now. You have to mute that kid.
Basically.
All right. All right. So we've got Luke Cage, Shuri, Misty, Spectrum. There are 3 women on this team. So now we go to our leader. Now I did say who I wanted as a leader, but now I'm moving one of my people to where I think it would be best.
Wait a minute.
Even think about this.
Book on that.
All right. I'm moving Blue Marvel into the leader category. But then that means I put 2 people in leader. Y'all mad at me if I do that?
Absolutely.
No, yeah, you cannot have 2 leaders like that.
Yeah.
All right. So now as your leader then, we go Black Panther, Night Thrasher, or Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley is Black Captain America, right?
Yeah.
Then I'd go Isaiah Bradley.
He's the first Captain America, yeah. That went crazy and killed a bunch of people.
Oh, then never mind.
They've since retconned that though. They brought him back.
I'm gonna stay down with Night Thrasher because
clarified him.
He's patterned after one of the best basically soldiers and tactician in comic book lore, period.
Well, if he's just DC Batman, then I'm gonna go with him.
There you go. That's all you need to know.
Sorry, Marvel Batman.
Marvel's Batman.
Marvel's
but
Batman.
Is he also enhanced?
Yes.
All right, I'll go with your Night Thrasher. I would have really.
Absolutely.
Night Thrasher.
This is an okay Avengers team. They're not high end.
Well,
all right. Luke Cage, Shuri, Misty, Spectrum, and Night Thrasher.
I think it's based more that we like the characters than how they're going to actually work together.
Yeah.
Like, what character do you like? Versus hey, how are they going to actually intermix? Although Micah has put more thought into this, obviously, than all three of us combined. All right.
Okay.
Obviously, he's definitely got some time
Wakanda-based
about this.
team.
Okay.
He's just
To be strong.
He's just all about Wakanda.
They have the vibranium.
Yeah. He's all about Wakanda and what Wakanda offers. All right, we're gonna move on from this. All right, so that's our Avengers team. They're still a decent team. I don't know if they're selling a whole lot of books, but that's an interesting team. I would encourage you to check this guy out. Alternative Factuals. This guy is a YouTube page, and he's got a list but he's got all the most powerful Black characters in his Avengers team, and that team is bananas. All right, with that,
who also might be a good leader.
Who's that?
And he has led. Blade.
I was thinking about him.
Blade,
then I was thinking maybe not.
Blade actually, because I believe he did lead the Avengers at one point. So
I know he was in the Avengers. I don't know if he ever led an Avengers team.
I think he led. Somebody need to look that up.
I'm not going to, because we want to get to our next team. We want to do a DC version, our DC version of this, and we'll try to use the same idea. A powerhouse, a techie, a leader.
Oh, dang it! If we had gone with magic in Marvel, I could have gone Dr. Voodoo.
And energy manipulation.
Okay. So same as last time?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of a lot of the magic stuff, so that's the only reason why I didn't add them in. And yeah, Micah, you're right. We could have gone Dr. Voodoo if we added the idea of a magic user. But for DC, we go powerhouse, tech, leader, skilled, energy manipulation. This is now your Black Justice League. They would be Black Justice.
Oh, goodness.
I'll take it.
I feel like there could be a better name.
Okay. You write that comic when it comes out. So we're going to start with our powerhouse. Who would our powerhouse, our Superman character? Now, there is a Black Superman-ish character in DC, but it was part of a different comic publisher, and that publisher got bought out by DC. So I don't remember if this guy ever became a fully part of the DC continuity. But if you're looking it up right now, that guy might show up in there.
If you want your skill-based character, Mr. Eric, you can go Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller?
No. Well, he went Nick Fury last time. Just give Amanda Waller a gun.
Amanda Waller. We're not putting Amanda Waller in the Justice League. Yeah. Micah, you got to know something about the people. Just don't shout names. Amanda Waller can't be trusted.
All right.
Oh,
Nick Fury can?
Yes, he's always for the big. He's always looking out for the nation.
Okay. So for the powerhouse, I'm gonna go with Steel.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm already.
I would have had him as my techie person.
Shot who?
I would have had. It sounds like three y'all are going with Steel.
Yeah, I'm Steel.
As your powerhouse.
Uh-oh.
This might be a whole lot faster than I thought. Well, I will put as my powerhouse. Gosh.
Yo, man.
I have to come back to the powerhouse.
Who else?
Well,
techie, because Steel would have going to be my tech, but I have another person for my tech, and that's going to be
Cyborg.
Yes.
Of course.
I was thinking Cyborg. Then I saw someone else who might work.
Okay, maybe. Who was the person you saw that might work?
Where is it? Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. He's also another super smart dude.
I would have him be my leader, honestly, but that's
that's correct. I would have gone there with him too.
Then I think he is gonna be my leader.
I'm actually siding with Micah. I gotta go Mr. Terrific for my tech.
For tech?
For tech, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, is Martian Manhunter black?
No, he's
If he
green.
wanted to be, but no, not officially.
No, I mean he takes on any form he wants to take, and that's.
He's not Kree.
No, he's a Martian.
No, he's Martian.
No, Uncle Kenny say he's Kree.
He's green.
He's green.
Oh.
Like physically green. Like this screen behind me.
Mhm.
I wish I had one of those.
All
I
right,
have
is
green walls.
Another techie. Anybody else for someone else in the tech?
Batwing maybe. Because
I think Batwing would be better in skilled.
Yeah, he's been skilled. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. Either Mr. Terrific or Cyborg.
For tech.
Or for tech.
All right. Oh, now I remember who I wanted as my powerhouse. Nubia.
Okay.
You can look that one up, Micah. You know who Nubia is?
Nope.
the Black Wonder Woman.
I'm about to have y'all scratching your head in a second.
Okay, really?
Because we're at skill based now.
Anybody else for skilled? We have Batwing in at skilled. Anybody else? Another black. You could also put who's the one that wears also black and yellow? He's also in the Batman family, another black guy.
Oh, I know. I can't think of his name, but I know you're talking about.
I want to call him Sonic or something. No, he's got like a bright name too.
Another skill-based character could be maybe Vixen.
No, Vixen's not skill-based. She wears an amulet. She's got superpowers. Or the amulet gives her superpowers.
For skill, I'm gonna go with Nightwing. Oh wait.
Nightwing's not
take it back, take it back. Dude. Here we go.
The reaction.
This is a person who is not superpowered, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because I it's hard to remember. I don't know if he has superpower or not.
Well, just tell a name and we can find out real fast.
Malcolm Duncan.
Mal Duncan. That's what's his name? What he has his code name. What's his code name?
Alexa, who is Malcolm Duncan?
He was I think he was like he first came in Young Justice.
Gave me a white guy who plays the saxophone.
Yeah, that's why you don't ask her those things. The Signal. That's the kid I was thinking of. The Signal. That's another black kid.
I don't think that Duncan has superpowers. I think he just trained with Black Canary.
Mal Duncan. Is he the guy that became Guardian?
I think so, yeah.
All right. You got a computer in front of you. You know you can just
let me look
that up.
Yep, he did.
Is that who he is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he has superpower though. He just has that armor, but it says that his combat training was with Black Canary, who trained from whatever his face is. So I'm gonna go with him because he can't have superpower.
Okay.
So stop looking at me like that, EP.
I'm just thinking. Ignore my facial thoughts. I'm just thinking.
All right. So we got Batwing. We got Signal. We got Guardian.
Don't act like you don't like that.
No, we don't have. I didn't even think about it. Well, Avengers didn't matter, but in Justice League, they always have someone who can get in the water.
Black woman.
That's hilarious. That was actually hilarious. All right, let's jump to energy manipulation. I think we're only gonna be able to get through these two, and then I got one more question for you.
I have 2 energy manipulators.
Okay.
Or 3. Okay. Number 1, Rocket.
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 With
I
her
don't know that
inertia
one at
belt,
all.
she's a living kinetic time bomb.
Never even heard of that
That
one.
sounds
Micah,
unstable.
you went deep.
She exists.
Who?
Rocket.
Rocket?
She was in Young Justice.
Okay. She's one of the newer heroes.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, that's not from the comics. That's from the animation.
Inertia Winder gives her superhuman punching power and can control kinetic energy.
Is that
When
also
she
a Young
first-
Justice? I don't know none of these Young Justice kids.
When she first crossed paths with Batman before teaming up with
Now, is that the same person you were just talking about, Rocket?
That's same Rocket.
Okay.
Number 2, Firestorm.
Yes.
Which one are we on now?
We're on
Energy
our
manipulator.
energy manipulation.
So it's
I don't
Rocket,
know.
Firestorm.
Firestorm. Isn't that 2 people in one?
Yes, but one of them is black, and he does take the black form.
Yep.
Whenever they bond, it's always the black face you see.
It's always, I know.
And then, or 3, John Stewart.
John Stewart. Okay.
Because he
that
is
in
a
it?
lantern.
Wait,
Lanterns
hold on,
manipulate
hold on.
energy, emotional energy.
No.
Emotional energy.
No.
Emotional
Did I hear you
energy.
say that?
That is
All right, let's
emotional
stop.
energy.
Category. No.
You can't. You won't put the lanterns in that category.
Emotional energy?
Yes.
That's a thing now?
Yes, that is a thing.
I mean,
Okay, we got to put that on the preaching
emotional
calendar now.
spectrum,
We got to start preaching about emotional energy.
You know, but no. I'm
Why
sorry.
would you argue with the lanterns, though?
Because then where else would they fall?
No, but my question is, why wouldn't the lanterns be energy manipulation,
Yeah, that's what I'm
regardless
saying.
of how the energy is created?
You
Because
know
it's
what?
still energy.
You know what? You're right.
You're not wrong. It's just the choice of words.
Energy when
Emotional
you throw a punch.
Oh my
and energy
gosh.
when you do
Well,
a
John
spell.
Stewart, the lanterns are all they're force of will. Their
Absolutely.
energy is based on that. Though everything that they do, it is energy, just green. So
So
Emotion.
that's my 3.
Okay.
all right. Anybody else got an energy manipulator?
I do.
Who's yours?
Static shock.
I was about to say the same thing.
Future shock, to be precise.
We've already-
Oh, I could have put this guy as my powerhouse. I'm switching my powerhouse to Icon.
So that's the person I was just talking about. I don't know if he's still available.
Where my top
That's
at?
our Superman character. That's from a different publisher.
Yeah, Icon.
The guy who created him died, and there was some suit over there, over that. But I never looked into it anymore. But hey, who's our leader now? Who are our leader choices? We got somebody else for energy manipulation. Nobody said Black Lightning.
I was saving Black Lightning for my leader.
I ain't got time for that.
Okay, you were saving Black Lightning for your leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking John Stewart.
I'm still stuck on Mr. Terrific.
Green Lantern is my leader. And I know what you thought I was going to say, but Green Lantern, that's the leader.
Okay. Who you thought we were gonna say? We thought
I ain't
you were
saying
gonna
nothing. Green Lantern. Let's write it down.
All right.
I know who you're talking
three
about
deep.
now, though.
The only place we're not 3 deep is the tech. We only got 2 people for tech.
It has to be Cyborg. Who else?
Well, it doesn't have to be Cyborg,
have
but
to be
it's
Cyborg.
probably going to be Cyborg.
Yeah. 'Cause Mr. Terrific
But
would actually be a better
but you could
leader.
also put Steel in the tech part.
Yeah.
But so let's go. Who is your powerhouse? Your powerhouse choices are Steel, Nubia, Icon.
Icon.
Icon is Superman level strength.
Yeah, I go Icon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Match the strength of the big.
Staying
dude
with Steel.
himself.
You're staying with Steel.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Steel, Nubia, and Icon.
Wait. Why are you going with Steel, man? I mean, Icon's like a clear choice. I don't understand.
Because his name is Kenny. Man, move on. You know he's just weird sometimes. All right. Icon is going to be our big boy. That's our
I'm weird now?
Yes.
All right. Next.
Wasn't this your rhetoric last episode?
Next. Next.
Next.
Tech. We got Cyborg and Mr. Terrific.
Cyborg.
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 Here we go. Cyborg is.
I mean,
our tech.
he technically he is tech.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And even what he doesn't know, he has access to. So there's nothing beyond the scope of his reach. As it
Imagine if
relates to tech.
Cyborg had access to vibranium.
All right. Stop.
Oh, okay, I'm stopping.
Let's go ahead.
All right. Our skilled people. We've got Batwing, Signal, and Guardian.
Guardian.
I'd go Batwing because it says he has a almost Batman level tactician ability.
Now, which Batwing are we talking about?
The Luke Fox version.
Okay. Is that the same one you were thinking of, Kenny?
No, I said Guardian.
Oh, you said Guardian. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
thought
in Batwing.
You thought I was going to pick Batwing as the leader.
I'm going with Batwing too.
No, you going with Batwing as well?
Yeah, man, I'm going with Batwing.
All right, I'm rocking with that. Batwing is our skill.
Eric is just here to disagree with me. That's what that is.
And I actually think in the comics, Signal has been shown to have superpowers. They just don't know what they are yet. Let's go. Energy manipulation. This is gonna be a hard one.
Because there's so many.
You got Rock. Well, I know what my choice is. So it's Rocket, Firestorm, John Stewart, Static Shock.
Firestorm.
Static Shock.
I was originally going with Static Shock. That was my original choice.
Then let it stay there.
But you know what?
See?
Firestorm would take out Static Shock. And
Yes.
there's no way to get around that. I mean, that brother.
I would go for John Stewart there, but because of what I wanted as a leader. But I will go. Firestorm is our energy manipulator.
Whatever. Hey, I have a quick question though.
Our leader.
May I ask a quick question though?
Yeah.
Would Flash have been a choice for energy manipulator? Possibly.
Kid Flash.
Kid Flash. I didn't think about speedsters. And I should.
I mean, technically, Flash
manipulate
the speed force. That would have been the energy that he would have manipulated. Yes, he would have technically been able to been put in there.
Okay, see, I didn't know if you would.
Force been established as a form of energy.
Yes,
emotional energy, the speed force.
Hold on a second.
But Eric,
whole different
in the comics right now, they go through. There are 5 forms of energy. You could have, what is it? The speed force.
Okay.
Is there like anger force?
Okay.
You know, is it anger or might? Anger? It's something about strength. Like they've broken them down. Like they're different forces of kinetic energy in the Marvel universe, DC universe now that can be manipulated. But we won't stick on that right now. We'll look that up this week and we can argue about it next week. So Firestorm is our energy manipulated. Who is our leader? Is it Mr. Terrific, Black Lightning, or John Stewart?
John Stewart all the way.
I'm going
Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific.
All right, so now we're down to Mr. Terrific and John Stewart, because that was my choice as well. Mr. Terrific. I wanted him to be the leader.
What was your
that to be a debate? To be a debate between Mr. Kenny and Mr. Eric now.
Okay, let me just lay this out real quick. First of all, even within the Justice League, no matter where you find him, he is leadership material. The only reason why he isn't considered quote unquote the leader is for whatever reason strength. But in my research initially, when I looked up John Stewart, he was patterned after a very I guess you could say he's a leader within the Black community, a real person, which is Sidney Poitier. So after seeing him in comics, animated series,
he always rises to the top.
Deadpool had no business playing him in the first place.
He always rises to the top. Go
exactly,
Eric.
Well, just to show that he already had leadership abilities to begin with, Mr. Terrific was the chairman, if you will, of the Justice League. I mean, Justice Society of America.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. He's also a self-made millionaire.
Yeah.
He's in law, psychology, political science, mathematics. The brother's just super smart. He's the third smartest person on the planet.
In the DC universe.
I think that if you really want to just sit back and say, who do you want to have lead you? Somebody who has a very strong willpower, or somebody who can basically overcome that willpower with just his mind and say, "Yeah, bro, I see what you're doing, but I got ways to overcome that." I think that, I just think he's a better leader all the way around. I want somebody who can think through the problem and then send us out on a mission versus, just send us out on a mission and we'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay. This is hard, man. This is hard because both of these guys are effective leaders.
That you won't.
I went with Mr. Terrific initially. I went with Mr. Terrific initially because I wanted him to be the leader. I thought he was the ideal leader. But y'all didn't take John Stewart as my energy manipulator. So
Firestorm.
What
John Stewart. I'm gonna go with John Stewart as our leader.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Why are you switching up like that?
Well, we gotta pick between them.
Just because you just want a lantern on the team. Is that what it is?
Honestly, you've won the past two characters against.
No, now sip your little Mai Tai and lay back here by that tree.
I think he should get. he should get at least one.
I don't understand. So who are we picking then, Micah? Who are we picking? Who's our leader?
I'm John Stewart.
You're John Stewart.
Really?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't he be?
See, I like Mr. Terrific and I like John Stewart.
If Mr. Terrific was going to be on the team, I would have had him as my techie, but Cyborg seemed better.
Yeah, and that's the challenge. The only reason that he's not on the team, because I think they would both be on the team, unfortunately, is because I gave you this rubric. If it was anything else, they're both on the team and they're kicking butt. And today we're going to put Mr. Terrific and John Stewart will be on the Justice League, and we go out and win it for the Gipper. Now, we've gone a whole lot of time talking about having all these black heroes, whether it was the Avengers or on
even going
DC.
past time.
And one of the things that I wanted us to think about before ending, why does it matter that we pay attention or want to see black heroes in the Marvel and DC universe? By virtue of that, why any other heroes? Like we've fought for years to see more black heroes, but at the same time, how many Asian heroes do we see? How many Hispanic heroes do we see? And that's usually the challenge. And for a lot of us, if you've been attending church, the question always comes up, well, then what does it matter what color Christ is? Why does it matter that we're not still looking at a version of Jesus that looks blonde-haired or looks Scandinavian? What is the import of that?
I don't think it really matters because, no matter what color he was, he's still Christ.
Amen.
If you go outside, at that point, skin color doesn't really matter, really, because he's just Christ. I feel like the reason people argued about that was just because, they'd have that pride as Jesus was my skin color, so the Christ looked like me. But he's God. He looks like everyone. So does it really matter if he was black or white? Because he's still God in the end, and he won't change.
Okay.
When I considered the question, in order to keep my answer short, I just felt it was a double-edged sword. When we're talking comics, I think it's necessary to see someone who is powerful, whether it's inherent, enhanced, or simply manipulation of whatever energy source, because we value power. No one has ever gone out purposely to look for somebody weak to be the head of something or to do anything great. And there's this trope that exists within movies, quote unquote, a white savior. You know what I'm saying? And really, when you look at it from a film standpoint, it really doesn't matter. Wherever there's power in in a movie, whether it's power for good or power for evil, um, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find that there is a white person there. Even in Egypt, you know, the slaves are black, but the people in power are white. So from that standpoint,
But
there's
that's
this
you're
need to
talking
want to.
about that as a media construct, right? Because
Yes, yes,
Egyptians aren't white.
right. So you know, there's a need for that to change in order to portray correctly what people of color in the world have done, which are, you know, great things. I was just watching Tuskegee Airmen last night. They never lost a bomber that they were escorting, you know, and they paid with their life. They were legit pilots, even though people didn't think that they were. The other side of that coin, real quick, to what Micah said, for some reason it gives Christ legitimacy to be my savior. He has to look like me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the conversation of whether or not Jesus was black or white has been going on for years, and to be perfectly clear, Jesus wasn't black or white.
Correct.
He was a Jew. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think with Christ, it's a little bit of that first thing, but it's also this idea that whoever my savior is needs to look like me in order to even be my savior.
But does
You
he
have to
really?
clothe yourself, God, in my culture in order to be relevant, which is
I don't.
messed up, but
I'm struggling with that explanation that you're giving because I think you're talking for people when I was looking more for what you think about Christ looking like um, a Middle Easterner. We argue in the U.S. and it's a big thing about the color of Christ, and there's
right,
actually a book with that title, The Color of Christ. But the idea that Christ's pigment of his skin would matter, going back to what Micah was just saying, the pigment of his skin really doesn't matter when we consider it, as the Bible talks about it, he was at all points tempted like we are. That's what's way more important than what his skin pigment was. That he has gone through and felt everything that I could or have felt.
right. Well, see, Micah had already given, in my opinion, the correct explanation.
Yeah.
My what I was saying is more based off of where I was to where I am. There was a
Okay.
point in my Christian walk where I felt like, no, Jesus is black. He needs to look like me in order to be relevant to me.
All right.
If he's white, if he's Jewish, if he's Italian, I mean, when you think about it, Jesus as being everywhere and everything, and at the same time, nothing. So because of that, we've been able to manipulate him in order to suit the needs that are found within me. So yeah, he does need to be black. But like Micah
No.
said, no, he doesn't, because he's still the Christ.
I need you to stay on.
I'm trying to figure out what answer you're giving.
Confusing.
I'm
Go
agreeing
ahead,
with
Eric.
you,
Eric,
Micah.
go ahead,
I'm
Eric.
just simply saying that when I
Let
looked
Eric
at the
go.
question,
Let Eric go. Let Eric go. You don't have to
Okay.
keep going.
No, I mean, I was just trying to say, King just do before and after, but to answer the question, why do people want to see more representation of people of color, black people, Hispanic, Asian, whatever it might be, within the superheroes, is because they are the consumers of the product. And then, like we said before, everybody wants to see themselves, a version of themselves, someone that they could be, somebody they could strive to be, or somebody that's so fantastic, like, wow, what would it be like to be them? And so I think that when you really start looking at it, people want to see themselves. And so that's why they want to do that. And then also, sociologically, it's better when you see pictures or images of things that look like you in certain constructs, okay? So when you see something that, if you see yourself always as a sidekick, if you will, in all the comic books, then you're going to say, well, where's the superhero? And all of a sudden, a superhero pops up that looks like you or acts like you or is in your life situation. You know, for example, Spider-Man, once again, was popular because he was the first teenage superhero. He broke the model of superheroes being men and women, you know, and all this are grown adults. And now also you have this teenager with teenage problems. A whole group of people were able to identify with that. And so, you know, I think people want to have that identity. When it comes to Christ being black, you know what? I think we have to first, again, just realize that, you know what? It's also an identity issue. If you look at all the historical pictures of Jesus before our famous, was it Michelangelo, right?
Mhm.
Jesus was brown.
Mhm.
All of his depictions of him were brown. But when he got into a new context, right? People began to draw him and picture him more like themselves, and that was popularized. So, you know, you can pretty much say, well, in their day, they would probably say, well, why is Jesus always these brown people? We're going to make them like us, right? So, I mean, it doesn't, I think it really doesn't matter the color of Christ, because just like Christ said himself, well, actually, the Bible says itself, you know, that God looks on the heart of a man and not his outward appearance. And so we ourselves need to just make sure that we understand that it's the character of Christ, the personhood of Christ that matters, moreover than the racial categorization that we place him in. Now that Kenny has fallen asleep on
No, no, not at
my
all.
little verse there.
No, not at all. But I mean, like you just said, Christ looks on the heart. But what the main thing I was trying to get across is that Christ, no matter what he is, he values what I value. It's not just a manipulation of his skin color, it's also a manipulation of everything else that makes him the Christ. So with me being black, then my issues matter most to him, because in this context, I recreate him in my image. Therefore, he must be black. He has to care about Black Lives Matter. He has to like Batman. He has to do this. He has to do that, because he's basically whatever I said, wherever I say he is. It's not just a changing of his skin tone, but like Micah said, and kind of like what you said, what difference does it make what he looks like, because he's still the Christ. And if he looks on the heart and not on the outward appearance, then Jesus Christ could literally look like a giraffe, but he died on the cross to save me. That's all that really matters.
You know, I think,
The challenge is he can't look like a giraffe.
no, he can't.
Know that.
No, I mean, I understand that, but
Okay.
We understand where you're going with that. I mean, you know, here's the biggest problem. I think here's the bigger problem with the question, even, right? Is that if we're looking at the concept of race in and of itself, right? And if we understand that race is something that's manufactured, right? Sociologically manufactured, the concept of race, then we have an issue to begin with, because we want to make sure that he fits within the category that we fit in, right?
right.
But the reality is that there's really one race, all right? And we're going to all, I hope we all can agree that there's one race is the human race, right? It's what God
Right.
created, right? And
But that's the ideal. That's not reality.
it's like dogs. It's like saying, you know what, you have your Great Danes, and then you have your Chihuahuas, right? They're all canines, right? But now we want to make it seem as if, you know, there's a better significance of being a canine, of being a Chihuahua over being a Great Dane. When the reality is that God said, listen, I made canine. You know what I'm saying? And you know, however you all became a Chihuahua, and however you became a Great Dane,
Absolutely.
it doesn't make a difference, because I came to die for canine.
Absolutely. There's no disagreement. There's no disagreement with that. But Pastor Brooks, think back to the first episode. How in the world do we, if the comic book world is real, just for the sake of the conversation, how do we love the Fantastic Four and hate X-Men?
Buddy,
That makes no
That's a
sense.
deep cut. And we don't. That was a sociological paradigm. It was created for a reason.
Right.
It's not that we love that. That's an argument created within the comic book sphere, and that was how those characters were portrayed in order to create a mirror of what was going on in society.
Right, and that's part of my point. That is what we do best, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If even when you look at the church, whatever your position is, then people will treat you a certain way. If you were just Delroy Brooks, do you think people would look at you the same if you were just Delroy Brooks and not Dr. Delroy Brooks?
But you see, the challenge to that, the only way you know that I'm Dr. Delroy Brooks, if you wasn't at my graduation, is if I told you that.
No, yeah,
you don't know it otherwise.
But I am.
So don't know. So here's my point. Okay. Here's my point. and because we got to end, we're over.
It
an hour
is. We are 18
and,
minutes late.
Thank you. And we have to back to, regardless of what it looks like on the outside, in order for us to get the the saving power, or to understand what Christ is for us, outside of just something that looks like us, is that he's experienced what we've experienced, and we want to be able to access that same power that he has made available to us through his sacrifice on the cross, and then ultimately resurrecting on the third day. For those of us who believe that story, for those of us who live according to that book, we'll continue to move forward, looking forward into the exploits of the greatest superhero ever, one Jesus Christ, superstar. With that said, I'm gonna say good day to everybody. We got to end this. If you've been watching us, or if you've watched any part of this, we invite you to like, subscribe, smash that bell button, so you would know what's going on the next time we do this. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to start inviting people to be on with us and go through the madness with us here as we talk about mission, comics, anime, and meaning. That's it for us today on Syncretize.
Smack that bell as hard as Uncle Kenny would when
Absolutely.
somebody says Superman is better than Batman.